Dementia is caused by damage to brain cells, affecting their ability to communicate. This can result from diseases like Alzheimer's, head injuries, stroke, infections, as well as from conditions like Huntington's and Parkinson's. One of the most common questions I'm often asked is the difference between Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Dementia is not a disease. It's a group of symptoms that impact thinking, memory, judgment, and social skills, severe enough to impact daily activities. Alzheimer's disease is one of several diseases that causes dementia. Mild cognitive impairment is not the same as dementia. It involves slight memory and thinking problems that do not impact daily life significantly. However, it can eventually lead to dementia. On the other hand, it may improve. While dementia happens mostly in people over age 65, early onset dementia can occur in people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Although this is rare, it is more challenging to diagnose as it may overlap with conditions like stress or depression. Stress and depression can lead to memory problems and confusion, which mimics dementia. This is often referred to as pseudo-dementia, and once the underlying mental illness is treated, it resolves. This is why early diagnosis is very important. Dementia has 3 stages. In the first stage, there is mild cognitive impairment and personality changes. In the second stage, there's increased confusion, changes in behavior, and difficulty completing daily tasks. In the last stage, also known as late-stage dementia, there's severe memory loss, loss of physical abilities, and full dependence on others. One of the early signs of cognitive decline is repetitive questioning or repeating stories over and over again. While this is really frustrating and annoying, it's important to know that your loved one is not doing this intentionally. It's the disease. Sometimes they know, they start to tell you the story, they say, oh, I've told you that story before. Make them feel dignified, acknowledge them, and provide distractional activities. Redirect them with love and, show them dignity. Because as annoying and frustrating this may seem to you, they feel it too. It's challenging. No one wants to spend their day repeating the same question over and over again. It's just that the short-term memory is fading away. So let's please be gentle. Let's give love. Let's give attention and put our feelings aside just for the moment to preserve peace and dignity for someone else. Occasional forgetfulness related to aging and stress is normal. Dementia-related forgetfulness worsens over time and is persistent, and it impacts daily activities. When memory loss starts impacting daily life, the individual should get evaluated. When your loved one is diagnosed with dementia, It's important that you learn everything you can about this condition. As well, there are lots of community resources you can tap into, like the Alzheimer's societies, community programs, faith-based programs, support groups, online platforms, as well as organizations like a Rose for Grandma Wellness Hub. How do we communicate with people living with dementia? It's important to know that just because someone has dementia does not mean they no longer understand us. It depends on the stage of the disease. For people that are in more later stages of dementia, it's important to speak clearly and concisely. Make eye contact. Watch your body language. Show them respect and dignity. Do not turn your back on them. Give simple and direct instructions. Give just one or two options as choices. Above all, smile, be warm, and don't let dementia be at the top of your mind. Just talk to them like anyone else because their feelings are still intact. There are several methods to address behaviors in individuals living with dementia, like agitation, hallucination, and mood swings. It's important to know what the trigger is. Is it environmental? Is it too loud, too hot, too cold? Are they in pain? Are they hungry? Knowing the causative factor is very important to quickly address the situation. However, be gentle, kind, understand and make them feel safe. Redirect them into activities that they enjoy. As well, do not argue with them. Sometimes, as a last resort, it may be important to use medications that have been prescribed by the doctor for those behaviors. When wandering becomes an issue with your loved one living with dementia, it's important to take some precautionary safety measures, like changing your locks, putting cameras around your home, leaving your hallways free and clear of clutter and keeping them well lit to prevent falls, having them wear medic alert bracelets, using tracking devices, getting them registered with the Alzheimer's Wandering Registry. As well, it's important to alert your neighbors and possibly even the police about your safety concern. It's also important that you provide distractional activities. There are several myths about dementia. Some of them include dementia is a normal part of aging. Only old people can get it. It's contagious. The fact is, dementia is not a normal part of aging. It is not contagious, and not only old people can get dementia. People as young as 30 and even younger in rare cases can get dementia. Stigma can have a really negative impact on people living with dementia and their families. It can cause emotional pain, shame, isolation, increased caregiver stress, and also delay in seeking early diagnosis. This makes for the importance of public education to raise awareness and understanding so we can join hands together to support these individuals. Can dementia be prevented? The simple answer is yes, in some cases. There are several studies that say that the risk of dementia can be reduced significantly, up to 50%, through lifestyle changes, such as healthy diet, regular exercises, mental stimulation, proper stress management, rest, relaxation, socialization, as well as managing conditions such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Are there medications for Alzheimer's disease? Yes, there are. However, there is no cure for Alzheimer's. These medications help to manage symptoms and decrease the progression of the disease. This is why it is so important to seek out early diagnosis so that the process can be managed properly. The struggle is real. Caring for a loved one with dementia can be a 24/7 responsibility. It can be exhausting, sometimes lonely, frustrating, and overwhelming. As a caregiver, you must take care of yourself. It's not an option, but a necessity. After all, how can you pour out of an empty cup? Self-care is not selfish, it's self-full. In the dementia journey, sometimes transitioning into a care facility becomes necessary. However, it's often riddled with guilt. It's important to remember that the safety and well-being of the person living with dementia is paramount. As a caregiver, it's very important that you bring your loved one with you as you visit different facilities to find the one that is most suitable for their needs and where the culture actually resonates well with them. Above all, remember to stay connected, visit, and enjoy life with your loved ones so that they do not feel abandoned and they realize that their well-being is at the top of mind for you. Music and dance light up the hearts of people living with dementia, bringing joy and social connection and a whole lot of exercise. I'm honored that Alexis Lodge and I were part of Dancer Not Dementia, a documentary film that breaks stigma through dance. Please check it out on YouTube. One of the most common questions I get asked is about the right time to transition a loved one living with dementia into a care facility. While home is the best place, sometimes home becomes insufficient to meet the needs of this individual. Some of the concerns that families express include safety risks like wandering, fire hazard, challenges with hygiene, incontinence, and lack of adequate stimulation. Creating a dementia-friendly society depends greatly upon each one of us. Increased education, awareness, providing respect and dignity for families that are living with dementia is very important because dementia is not an individual disease. It's not just even a family disease. As a matter of fact, dementia is a community disease because it impacts us all. When these families feel supported, encouraged, it will increase their willingness to seek early diagnosis.